energy line. You should know that, okay, the disc starts with 0. It goes from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 being the energy line. Okay, and so what we're going to look at are all the behaviors above the energy line, above that 50 mark. These are behaviors that you draw energy from. Anything above the midline is what you draw energy from. So I'm going to walk you through what each measurable measures. We'll look more closely at the disc on the following pages. People are complex and rarely just one style. Okay, so let's look down below. The 4 behavioral styles assessed by the disc are what? The D, that is their drive. The D stands for the drive. They're driven for results. How many of you in this room believe you're a D or someone's told you that you're a high D? Okay. You barely have your pin up.
I know I'm DI.
Oh, you're a DI. Oh, okay. All right. So how many of you have been told that you're a high I? That your I is above the energy line?
DI.
Keith, yours is?
Oh.
D.
You better get your hand up there. Don't try to slide in and be an S. How about an S? An S stands for steadiness. That you're steady by your supportiveness and that you're calm. How many of you have an S? Go ahead, get that hand on up there.
I'm like right there.
Do you think you are? Yeah. Yeah, I think some people in this room might have fudged. Okay. And then compliance is characterized by correctness. By being correct. How many of you think that you're, oh, we've got a C in here.
I have a little bit.
Oh, you have a little bit? How about you?
Deb told me I'm a C.
Oh, you're a C?
No, I was waving you off going, what are you thinking? Yeah, she's escrow.
I'm an S-Rock.
Oh, so you're a C.
Thank God.
No, she's an A and a 10 plus.
Just remember, though, that people are a mix of several behavioral types. Okay, and it's not just one behavior. In your appendix, you can find an example of a disc for Emma example. Okay, so let's look back there at Emma's example of her disc.
Where's that?
I'm going to look, and I believe it is on page, hold on a second. I've got it on page 189. It starts on page 189. All right, and I want you to look at on page 2 of that disc. You'll see down in the lower corner, they have graphs on that. Okay, you see her adapted style right here. Right here.
189.
Yeah, 189. Yeah, you're in the ABA, 189. Up here. Yeah, go to 189.
There's no 189 in our book, it goes right
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, and then 189 is actually the page that goes right into the disc. Okay, good. We're all on the same page. Henry, let me help you. Yeah, okay. Now this is, okay, hold on. Yeah, this is, yeah, right here. Okay, there we go. Right there. Right there. Okay, so is everybody good?
What is it called?
1, 2, 3. Everybody good?
Page 4?
Go to page 170. What is it? 178? Is that 188? Go to page 188, and then the next page is the example of the disc. Okay, now a little
Emma's
confused.
example.
Yeah, Emma example. Okay, everybody here? Are you safe? You land safely where you're supposed to be. Are everybody good? Okay, so look down there and let's look at Emma's graph. Let's look at her natural style and look at her adapted style. And then I want you to flip back to page 49. I want you to look at her graph there real quickly. Yeah, don't lose your page. And then just flip back to page 49. And compare that graph based on what you just learned about the 4 behavioral styles assessed by the disc. And tell me what kind of a profile do you think Emma's natural style is. And my TLs that are in the room, let's let them. Just
She's
like
an
this
SC.
one, this one.
Isn't she an SC?
Yeah, Stephanie, you can
High
tell.
C with some S.
Okay, say that again, Evelyn.
A high C with some S.
A high C with some S on the natural style?
Oh, no, I would, the first one, SC or an SC.
Yeah, she's an SC. She's an SC on her natural style. What happens in her adapted?
Drops a little bit.
She
More
pushes
D.
them down a little bit, doesn't she? What comes up?
The
For
D.
D.
Yeah, she lowers her natural SC behavior so that her D can come up and she can drive for results. Do you see that? So her adapted style, but her natural style, what do you think that means? When we say that that's her natural style, what do we say?
That's her natural behavior.
Yeah, but what else does it say?
Her comfort zone,
Her comfort
so
zone.
she's not stressed.
When she's not stressed, what else do you think it's saying?
She's willing to get the result, control, take control.
Okay, I like that where you're coming from there. What, do you think that maybe possibly the natural says that that's how they prefer to behave? That that's our preferable? When we say that if she could have, if all things were equal in her world, that she would prefer to behave like this. But she adapts her behavior possibly in her work environment to get results. So she lowers her S and her C, and she allows her D to come up so that she's able to get the results that she needs in her business. How many of you, for my high Ds that are in this room, and let's just say that if you know you're a high DI, raise your hand. Okay, so the days that you have to spend working on details and strategizing, how do you feel when you go home at night?
Exhausted.
Exhausted. It's draining. Those of you that in the room that are on a high, who in this room has a low I? You're low. You're maybe right at the energy line or slightly above the energy line. That's you. How does it feel whenever you have to be in a group and have to be involved in planning, strategizing, all of those things, and having to try to make the balance of the group and all those things? How do you feel when you walk out of there? Low energy. It's draining, isn't it? It's just like, let's just do it, let's just get it done, let's just go over it, let's stop talking about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not talking about it anymore. That's not my behavior, I'm not going to do it. And if I have to do it any longer, I'll just drop right here on the floor. Right? Would you agree? Don't you feel like that? There's days that you just absolutely say, stop it, just stop.